Well, it's a power outage tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And it didn't even really snow. It's a candle right there. Hello. Did you see it? Yep. So I decided to make a video. Now I have no idea what the video should be about. Let's see. Something funny, it perhaps should be acting advice. I don't know if this is the best lighting. I feel like someone's... There we go. That's a little bit better. Spooky. Alright. I had gum surgery recently, so it's a little bit sore. The 5 things that you need to be good at if you want to be a decent actor, right? Which, if you're going to be a decent actor, the first level you could say is, sorry, I'm listening to music while saying this, is being able to reach a state of believability quickly and consistently. Most actors tend to stop at this, but there is a second level you can go to, which is variety. Some actors do this, where they have a lot of variety. They can play a completely different person. You wouldn't even recognize them. But even then, you can't ever 100% act as someone, completely different from you. There's just no possible way to do it. I mean, people will get close, but I don't think it's humanly possible. But anyway, the 5 things you need to get good at are: first, understand your emotions. Be able to be comfortable with uncomfortable situations. Do exercises such as, and of course, you should do classes, and I'm sure there's some people that teach this. This is just the experience that I got from a guy named John Minnick, who was my film acting teacher, and also experience I got from my theater acting teacher, Michael McCauley. Those were my 2 big-time teachers. I had a few others along the way, but anyway. Exercises such as you can have 2 people being right next to each other, yelling at the top of each other's lungs at each other. Spit flying everywhere, get comfortable with being loud and aggressive. One could be hugging, if you're scared of intimacy. One could be being on the floor and moaning like everybody is dead and gone, absolute hopelessness. Get you used to being to the hopelessness, the feeling of hopelessness. Things like that. Obviously, it's going to be difficult to find teachers. It's always going to be difficult to find teachers. The second thing is, let's see, getting good at learning these scripts, knowing what page numbers mean, and in terms of time on screen. So one page can be anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute to maybe a few minutes, depending on what's in the actual script. And also getting to know, the acts of story: Act 1, the introduction; Act 2, the conflict; Act 3, the resolution. Stuff like that. Page numbers, what that means. If it's a movie that's 120 pages, so that's 120 minutes. If it's instead a TV show, it's probably 45 minutes, so that's 40 to 45 pages. So, where are you in terms of Act 1, Act 2, Act 3? Stuff like that. The Third thing is visualization within the script. I'm sorry I'm getting at 5 minutes here. This might be a long video. Visualization within the script. So you know the nouns, you know the verbs, you know what happens, you know the time of day, you know the location, where you are. Are you inside a building? Are you outside a building? Are you inside a room? Are you outside a room? Is it daytime, nighttime, etc.? Is there a table? Is there a chair? Are there utensils? Are there other tools? Are there, stuff like that. What your character does with them. Visualization, the key to it is it's not about visualizing everything or the big things. It's about visualizing the tiny details. And really all you need is just one. You can get a few general details if you want, but just imagining, after reading the script, just imagining and letting. It's not about forcing. It's not about going to. It's about letting in. Letting in an image from after you read the script in detail. You let every word sink in. You didn't skip anything. You weren't stressing out. You're just being neutral about it. You let a small detail in, and if it's personal and it just comes to you, and it hits you once in the gut or the chest, that's a good detail to hold on to. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily the correct one or that you're not going to find a better one later, but details like that are more important than trying to visualize everything within the script that you read, if that makes sense. Okay. Fourth thing would be your primary emotions. These are emotions that are essentially... 7 minutes, damn. Oh, yeah, breath. Oh, God, I'm old. These are primary emotions. There's 5 of them. They are ultimate emotions, you could say. You cannot be feeling anything other than these when you're feeling them. So here they are. Rage, terror, pain, love, joy. I think there's 6, actually. Lust. Maybe even 7. Passion. However, lust and passion tend to be clumped together because they kind of are a little bit similar. But joy and pain are also a little bit similar too, in how you do it. But anyway, I'll go through them right now. Terror is, it is running through the woods naked and afraid, being chased by a grizzly bear at midnight with nobody other than yourself, and you don't know if you're going to fall off a cliff. That's terror. Rage, terror is not fear. Fear is like, oh my God, am I going to lose my home? No, terror is what I had just said. Rage, not anger. Anger is, oh God, this person irks me. Rage is you're tearing someone's face off. And then joy is, let's actually say love. Love is between joy and pain. You don't know if the person is going to go to you or not. You are on that fine line, that butterfly fine line. Pain is obviously, pain. Person you love dies. Person you love cheats on you, whatever. Everybody you know and love is all dead. The world's ended, blah, blah, blah. Joy is the opposite. Person that you loves you. Oh my goodness. You find out that you're going to be dad. You find out that you saved the world. Stuff like that. Then lust and passion. The best way I can describe them is it's like you have a feeling of dominance. Like an almost sadistic, joyful feeling of dominance, but it doesn't have to be sadistic, right? It can be a positive thing, right? Then what was the other one? There was rage, terror, pain, joy, love, lust, passion. Okay, well, anyway, these are primary emotions. Be able to sort of replicate how they would feel. Terror, you have the kind of voice. rage, I just visualize just tearing, just ripping apart. Pain is empathy. But also with crying and laughing, they have the same kind of breath. So you can kind of replicate that as well, just to get you into a little bit. But pain, I mean, that's a lot of empathy right there. Joy is kind of the opposite side of the same coin. It's just upwards. It's nothing can bring me down. I can bounce 100 times within a minute, and I won't even feel tired. I'm so happy. Love is that balance, that tightrope. And, yeah, but anyway, I'm just going in circles. The last thing to get good at is manipulating your voice and body. To have different sort of quirks, different sort of physical tics for whenever you're, stressed. For me, when I'm stressed, this will raise and this will raise. For other people, their brows will get like this a lot. For other people, they'll get like this a lot, or this like that, or really tense up like this, or they'll be like this on the side of it, like that, My point is, if you want to have variety in your character, it would be good to at least get good at manipulating your voice and body, at least to a certain extent, all right? Physical things you could do is like trying to just bend one joint. I'm not good at this. Bend one joint, but generally you're not going to go into such detail. I mean, you can you might as well get good, at bending individual joints and being really flexible, but it's not absolutely necessary. But a tip is, if you want to change something, if you think that since you're always maybe leaning like this, you want to be straight up, or if you're always straight up like this in your character, you might think, oh, maybe they do lean a little bit like that. The tip I'm going to give is go strong and then reduce it. So if you think they're going to be leaning, at first do a big lean, like that, and maybe a little bit of a limp, because he's a cripple or something, I don't know, and then reduce it just enough, just like maybe 50%, or a little from anywhere from 50%, I'd say, to 20%, if you can visualize that, just to make, for camera, I should say. For theater, you can make it more dramatic, but I'm mostly talking about camera acting right now. Reduce it, but make it big first, but then reduce it. Same for your voice. If you want to really change your voice, do it strong and then reduce it. So, let's say I talk like this, alright? I talk like this, and this is my voice. I'm a bad smoker, alright? My tongue a little bit numb. I'm gonna reduce it down to just a little bit here, okay? And I'm just, I was walking the other day down the road. I saw a squirrel. Man, that motherfucking squirrel looked tasty. But a bear beat me to it. That bear ate that squirrel right in front of me. I got really angry. You know what I did? I pulled out this fist. And I pulled out this fist. I said, hey, bear. It looked at me and said, what? I said, hey, I got this fist. I got this fist. I'm going to punch you with both. Can you guess which one comes first? I said, I got karate knowledge. And I said, can you guess which one? And it said, I don't care. And I ended up punching in the face with both of them at the same time, knocking out. Oh. But anyway, if you can kind of reduce it, then it can be a little bit more believable for film. It's 14 minutes and 36 seconds. I don't know if I should wait until it's 15 minutes just to be even. Okay, I'm going to count down 43, 44. I'm listening to some nice jazz music. I hope y'all are having a great day. 52, 53. And I hope my power comes on soon. All right, have a sweet night, y'all.